What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Badge. Another show. It's been a long time coming. Today, I only have Zamwa. Usually, it's supposed to be a panel, but the panel is sometimes busy, and we all got lives, we all got things to do, and we're protesting against Man United. So I only got my boy Zamwa. How you doing?
Hello, I'm chilling, bro. What are you saying?
I'm all good, man. I'm all good. Besides the fact that my club is protesting, I'm actually all right, because we're chilling on second.
Mm. I mean, yeah, bro. Same. Second is pretty much secured, but the protest. I'm thinking about going to the next one. I heard there's gonna be one for the Liverpool game.
It's already happened anyway. So
Yeah.
before we carry on with the show, I just want to have a little bit of thoughts of Man United itself because at this present moment, I mean everything is kind of it's kind of beaming to us, isn't it? It's like we actually have it on lock. It's not like it doesn't look bad, but we kind of just need to push it over the edge. And so I just want to talk about a few points. Where do you stand at the moment with everything that's going on at Man United in terms of just the managing first, the players,
Mm.
the feeling? It's been a couple years, and managers coming in and out of the club. How are you feeling right now, though?
Um, you know that message that's just there underneath me. All United back on top. You see,
Yeah, it's a good
I,
question, isn't it?
it's a trap.
What
It's
you mean, bro? I'm
it's
back.
it's a trap that I need to sidestep because you don't want to fall into the illusion of thinking we're back because we've cemented second. Because look at Chelsea right now. Chelsea, since they got in an actual manager, they're looking good. Liverpool have been absolutely derailed. We don't know why they're gonna, we know why they're bad, but will they stay bad next year? So that's two teams that are gonna rise next year. Whether we're back or not, there's only one man that controls that. That's Joel Glazer. If this is nice where we are now. We're not second. Like we're not the second best team in the league, but we
What you
we
mean?
could be.
Oh, what you mean? We was third and now we're second. I mean, this is two
Bro,
seasons.
I know, but the thing is, this year we've had a lot of 1-0 90th minute wins, or the 90th minute Eric Bailly block. We've had a lot of them, bro. A lot of just game winning, United
But that's
games.
what champions do, though.
Yeah, I know, but are we gonna get that again next year? If we don't, and the other teams start acting up, then I don't know. There's no guarantee unless we move forward and we actually bring in at least a CDM to make sure we're still in the top four next year. I think we need quite a bit more. Pep made 7 changes. I think 2 or 3 games ago, wherever it was, he made 7 changes, and their team was still worth 500 million. That's insane. You need a lot to compete with this.
Okay, you know what? Let me go straight into the second topic because at the end of the day, I I I think I've got hope now. I kind of
Mm.
got a little bit of hope, and I've been an advocate of United and everything about the players and just going against absolutely just anything I will pick on because we just every time it's just this and that. What
Mm.
was it? What was the last game I think I actually gave up on because I was going crazy. Is the Sheffield one when we came from winning for like a ridiculous score. I
That
think it
was
was against.
bad, bro. Yeah.
From that time, by the way, we do have a group on WhatsApp. It's the for the badge group. From that time, if you've noticed, I literally have kept quiet about absolutely everything.
Yeah.
Rashford, um, just everything, and the usual suspects I talk about.
Mm.
You just
Yep.
lose me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm back.
I thought it was me. The scores
The
are
usual suspects
cool.
I talk about, but now it feels like there's a glide coming. Like it's actually gliding into something that's kind of meaningful to in some sort of way. And so I'm just watching it trying to occur over the surface, but it's not really there. But you know, this is where we're at now. Now, the most important thing is
Mm.
because the statement has just come out from the Glazers. Okay,
Yeah.
They said they're going to what was it? They said they released a statement, they apologized to the fans for the Super League. They'll put it in writing that they're going to expand on the stadium. They're happy with Oli. They're going to invest in the summer. They're saying all this stuff. They said it in word in writing. So this is publicly. And so they have to stick to their guns. Are you still glazes out?
Oh, bro, without doubt. The thing is, them spending money for us now, or them doing this and that, it's a nice token, and it almost makes me feel cynical saying this, but we shouldn't have to feel this way because they're in the wrong. We should we shouldn't be where we are. We shouldn't have had the last 8 years, you know. And I can argue that the 8 years before that, the only reason it wasn't exactly how we experienced it now, or how Arsenal are experiencing what they're experiencing, is because of Sir Alex. The last 8 years of my life is completely lost because of them. These guys, they have to leave. And, them spending now, it doesn't make up for anything because that's not their money that they're spending anyway. Except for the 15 million now that Joel Glaze is going to put towards the fines. Even that's his own fault. He did that. We didn't choose to do that. So although we appreciate the gestures, there he hasn't gone out of his way as far as I'm concerned. What's going out of his way would be spending 80 million of his own money, bringing Jadon Sancho, the extra player that we don't we need, but it's not the biggest necessity. Let's say we've got 100 million now. Spend your budget because that's the money we already have. Give 80 million of your own money. Bring in Sancho. Help the fans, and even that's not enough. That's you not building the foundations. That's you trying to create the brick that will lay the foundations down. There's a long way to go if we accept them to not be out.
Good. Now that you said that, so there's a chance, are you saying? Because you just said there's a long way to go. So here, let me play devil's advocate, right? Because at the end of the day, it's since it's in writing that they're going to expand the stadium. I'm fine with that and make the facilities better. They said they're going to back Oli. So this summer coming is going to be an important summer in
Mm.
writing. Um, and they're happy with how they've recruited. The difference is that from then until now, Ed Woodward is out. And now we've got
Yeah,
everyone
yeah,
from technical directors into DOFs and everything is run by football men. And so, could I argue that Glazers now are putting down the money thinking, at least I'm surrounded by football men who want the club to succeed? I don't know if they're good enough in terms of being professional enough and being experienced enough to handle this kind of stuff. But football men, regardless, who are going to take care of Man United first
hmm
before anything else. So,
okay,
still Glazers out?
okay. So just before I go into what you just said, I just want to discuss the one small thing that you said about me saying if we rebuild back up, because the reason why I say this, right? I do want them out, but we can't force them out. Technically, it's their club. They legally own the club. How are you going to make somebody that owns 100% of something give it up? So they can
Make them
choose.
lose money.
Yeah, but imagine yeah, but that's us attacking their wallet. It still doesn't mean that they'll sell the club. They could literally just keep taking the losses and keep moving forward. You never
Facts.
know. So what those points I made were under the in a dystopian world where we have to accept them and they're willing to hear us out and try and make amends going forwards. But they've told us that they'll never sell the club, and that's a fact. You know, if we're stuck with them, then these are the things I want. I just want to put that out there. But then go into what you said now. The other day I was just sort of like reading articles, just thinking about United as you do, and I was thinking, right, because there was something that Joel Glazer is saying in the statement. He said that they've invested in the club, and to be honest, we have seen money go into the club. That's not their money that he's even talking about. I don't know, but he thinks it's his money because it's his club. So if we just say for this scenario now that the club's money is his money and he's used the club's money, So technically, he's used his money in his eyes, right?
Hmm.
Just because he used it, who did he give that money to? He gave that money to Ed Woodward and Matt Judge. Matt Judge is still here. That's still a problem. As long as he's still here and he's the chief negotiator, that's a massive problem. You know, bro, I don't need to list who we've signed. What was it? Even in our group chat, there's somebody sent stats saying United have spent over 1 billion, over like X amount of years. Cool. That 1 billion, show me the players. I think it was over 10 years. If you spend 1 billion on players over the past 10 years, surely 5 players are still in the club. Show me the five. That means we haven't spent the money. We've thrown the money down the drain.
That's
Where are the
true.
players that we've spent the money on? So, as far as I'm concerned, if rival fans say you guys have spent this, no, we've spent it wrong. So that shouldn't amount to, you guys using these figures for today's success. Today's success has nothing to do with that. That 1 billion spent 10 years ago. It's absolutely irrelevant. So,
Yep.
you know,
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, like, but what I'm saying is, okay, so now it's always been irrelevant, but now the DOFs and the technical directors and the people who are actually going to see Man United move forward as a club in terms of finance. Okay, let's talk about financially last. Let's just talk about the
yeah,
actual football first, because I'm sure, let's say Fletcher, Ollie, and everyone of the squad behind Ollie would want Man United to succeed first and foremost. And then Joe Glazer will naturally get paid if we succeed because he owns a club that's supposed to do that.
yeah,
So investing his money into these people, so he loves Ollie because Ollie
mm,
just he's the way he turns down the people is just perfect for the Glazers. And
yeah, agreed.
now he has to they have to invest the money into these people that know what they're doing, because let's just be honest, Ed didn't know what he was doing. And so the Super League was just a brilliant excuse to get rid of Ed, or to
Hmm.
just, if anything, just get out. You know what I'm saying?
I
And
think that was
now,
their get out of jail card.
huh?
I think firing Ed was their get out of jail card.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So like, let's just, because the pressure was up with Ed there, and then when
Mm,
Ed got fired, it just got like minimized. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
It made the riots a little bit more tamed, because if
yeah.
Ed was here, it would be full fledged.
Yeah, it's because they can scapegoat him. They can publicly say they had no idea of this or that, and Woodward would can say the same thing. They're just liars trying to maintain themselves to rebuild themselves. They know the mistake they made. The at least he's out now. But the thing is, when you say Darren Fletcher, I'm still waiting for him to do something.
I mean, he
I'm not
has to do
hearing
something,
any.
but it has to be a time where, you know, when they expend the money, it's like, okay, fine, we understand where that's going. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? It can't just be we spent money, you know what I mean? Just like how it's always been. And so now that there's technical directors that actually are going to see a way in which the football club is going to go,
yeah.
that's when we can
Yeah, but yeah, I get what you're saying, but the thing is, because Fletcher's more like he's in charge of selling players, I want to see him genuinely sell 5 or 6 players this year, generate some money. Like, how is Phil Jones still in the United shirt? I'm not even hearing rumors of Phil Jones going somewhere else.
now he's
Listen,
gonna
if
sneak in the back door.
if Fletcher wants to win everyone's heart as the director that's selling players, get Phil Jones out of my club. Get this man out of my club. He's on 100 plus K, is he not? He just it's like 20 million down the drain as long as he's here.
Yeah, that's true. That's true, because he just gets paid literally do nothing. But
Nothing, bro.
he's gonna get snuck out the back door. To be fair, that's just I just got a feeling like he's not going to be announced big time. He's just going to be like, you carefully and get out. You know what I'm saying? So it's not a big thing. But let's go on to signings, if anything, because
Mm,
since we kind of know who's going to go out, but there's certain positions I feel are very important at this very moment.
mm,
One of them is a debatable one, and I've thought to myself that, look, if we're going to have someone who's going to lead us forward into the future, it either has to be obviously a CDM. Everyone talks about the CDM, but there's a few positions still until this very day. Um, I feel like are very important. CDM is important, yes, it's very
Mm.
important, but we're doing it. And teeth moving forward, Cavani has been very instrumental in this. So, are we keeping Cavani? You know, is
That's up to
Martial
him.
still our striker? Do you get
Martial is
Kane?
just injured. Martial, he's had a down year. You can't lie about it. He's had a down year. He's had some injuries that hasn't helped. You know, if Martial can bounce back next year, I don't mind him being our striker next year, but you still need a backup. The thing is, Cavani is his backup. It's just he's like a world class backup that could stop being world class any given moment just because of his age. If he wants to stay at United, I'd take him. And to be honest, I'm somebody that doubted Cavani because I thought he looked somewhat poor in his last year or two at PSG, especially for his own standards. I thought that him coming here, he's just not going to bang. But I'll eat my own words. It did. Has he broken the number seven curse? That's a whole nother topic that we could get into. If he wants to stay with us, then I'd be happy to take him. But if he wants to go back to Uruguay or wherever he wants to go to, or his Boca Juniors, maybe I don't know, wherever he wants to go. If he wants to go there, that's fine. But we
Okay,
still
let's
need a
just
backup.
yeah, true. Okay, let's just say Cavani leaves. So,
Yeah,
are you happy that Martial's our striker, or are you thinking of a Kane or Haaland?
I'm happy, bro. With our needs that we need at CDM and centre back, I'd be happy to keep Martial up front with Greenwood, and then just rotate um either Greenwood and Diallo, even Pellistri. We're really forgetting Pellistri. Even Cavani himself is speaking about Pellistri being, the future of Uruguay. So, maybe next year we can look to bring him in as well. Um, we'll see.
Dude, bruh, I'm talking about because when we're moving forward into trying to get UCL,
Mm,
we're gonna win
yeah.
Europa. Okay, no, no, let me not let me like God
I,
forbid
I
that.
get what you're saying. Listen, I get what you're saying, but City don't even have a proper striker, and
But
they're still
City
doing
though,
fine.
look at City, the rest
Yeah,
of City's team.
agreed. But I
City are
want people to
complete.
say that about us. I want people to say that about that. We don't need, like, bro. With some of the games that we've had, whether it's Harry Kane or Haaland up front, they're not gonna get a sniff of goal. Some of the games Martial has played in, fair enough. Martial's been bad, and there's a line there. Finished. He's been bad, but some of the games are not his fault. Some of the games he's playing well, but he's not getting a sniff. Not even like an inch of a chance. There's no creativity. McFred is there to defend. Bruno's getting triple teamed in midfield. On our wingers, they're not even wingers. They're attackers. They're strikers. They're pretty much just strikers playing on the wings. So they're not really looking towards a striker like that. That's why I at first I was kind of opposed to Pogba being on the left wing. But then to be honest, I kind of want two cams anyway. So I don't mind because Pogba's looking towards Cavani. An argument that I'll make is Cavani's looking good now, but if Martial's getting those same chances where you've got now more players looking towards the striker scoring goals, could Tony have done that? I think yeah, but I'm not going to make excuses for why he had a dip in form, which he did. But our
Yeah,
team definitely didn't help.
but Cavani actually puts in the effort compared to
Yeah,
Martial. And
his
also,
his
I
move,
think,
his movement, his movement. I agree.
and I feel Martial, and I feel Cavani has got more to his game. Well, naturally, he's got more to his game, and he's an out and out striker. I don't think Cavani has got the. He no, sorry, I don't think Martial's a brilliant player, but I don't think his natural position is a striker
That's
like
just because of
Cavani.
what United have done to him. He was the main striker at Monaco. We really did that to him. Even his first year at United with Van Gaal, he was great up front. Who knows what that development would look like if we never moved him to the left?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. And now that we've done that to him, regardless of what's happened, let's be cutthroat and say you're not a striker. Like even if he
I
was
think he
going
is a
to,
striker though. His
I
link
don't.
up play is much better than anybody else we have. He'll hold up the ball. He does a number nine's job. Sometimes he's not scoring, but that's because there's really no chances.
Yeah, but Cavani creates these chances. Like when the ball falls onto Cavani, any feat. Like
Mm.
it's like you're just the feeling that you get is just a level below, to my opinion, a level below RVP. Like RVP, when RVP got the ball, man, I was just thinking that yo, this
Mm.
is a goal, man. Just let it happen. This is finished. So
There was a while I
Cavani,
thought of Greenwood like that as well, you know.
yeah,
Well,
same here.
when he's cocking his foot back, I'm like,
It's
oh, it's
finished.
game, it's game, it's
I lean back and like, you know what?
yeah.
Let it go. It let it happen. And still right now, I think he's coming back to that form. It's scary how good this guy is. Like it's scary. It's
Mm.
very scary. And so even at that, that's why I'm thinking: is it important to even have a striker because we got Greenwood? Because we can't.
That's what I'm saying, though. That's what I'm saying. As long as we can rotate Martial and Greenwood up front, we
Yeah.
can rotate Diallo and Pellistri on the right. I'm really not concerned about our attack because we're scoring goals. It's not a problem, especially with the whole new system. You know, Pogba being there, bro. I think striker is fourth on the list. We've got to go CDM, centre back, right wing, striker.
Okay, fine. Let's talk about that. Who would you get a CDM? Because I've got a few names floating around in
Mm.
my head at this present moment. Then who would you, in your perfect team, have as a CDM?
I think United.
Because that's probably the main one that you would actually think of.
Yeah, I think United were cheeky last year, and they tried it. They tried getting Conte for that cheeky 50 million when Lampard wasn't using them well. If
Yeah.
we had somehow pulled it, you know, we should have just thrown 70, 80 million in there. These guys would have bitten last year. Conte would be nice, but right now, you know, over who's available, who we could get, who seems realistic. I think Declan Rice is nice just for the fact that we could get it for cheaper. The thing is, I don't. I know you're probably going to say Basuma as well. Basuma's probably going to cost us more than Rice because of a Lingard deal. If we can get Lingard in, give him 30, 35 million, you know, I don't even need to look at Basuma because they're probably going to ask for at least 50, 40 for him.
That's true. And also Rice is younger. And also I've looked at
Agreed. I
the
keep
both of
forgetting
them.
that.
I've looked at the stats for both of them. They're very
Yeah,
similar.
very,
In
very
some
similar.
ways,
Me as well.
I say that Bissouma has got a little bit um, more to his game, but then that's 2 years more development of having
Mm,
almost the same kind of stats. And so
yeah.
I would I would mind Declan Rice. To be fair, I wouldn't mind Declan Rice to get rid of Matic, because the other two
Oh,
is going.
don't mention Matic and me in the same video ever again. That man should not. That guy
Bro,
should have
he's
been out
done
there
a
for
lot for
two
us.
years
What you
ago.
mean?
He's done fuck all for us, bro. I just shouldn't swear. He's done nothing for us, bro. He had one good season with us, and the rest of it he had. Oh, he had
Matic.
one good season. Hold up, he had one good season. Then he had half a good year. Then he got injured. Finished. Then at some point post lockdown, he had like a good 2 months, and we gave him like a 3 year deal. He fleeced us. This guy cannot move. He needs to go to Serie
But
A. I
first of
like
all,
him as
yeah,
a
no,
player,
no,
but not
fair
just
enough.
not
No,
for
fair enough.
Premier League anymore.
I get that. I get that. At this present moment, yeah, he's mattered. I mean, he's gone past. You know, like how we think of matter. You know what I'm saying? He's
Yeah,
not crap.
yeah. I think they'd both be elite in Serie A
Yeah, yeah,
easily.
that because
Yeah,
the game there is much different,
just
and
slower.
it's
Yeah,
more suited. Yeah, I agree. But at least we saw what someone who's kind of a general in the midfield would do with Pogba and Bruno. You know what I'm saying? Because
yeah.
you wouldn't see that. You wouldn't see that with a McTominay.
You know one thing I will say though is there are some games that we played in the Europa League. You know, just against not EPL opposition, where he did look good, and it was nice seeing Pogba next to him because it was like having a proper CDM. Just because you know the level of play we were against in the Europa League, it just you know it is what it is. You don't want to disrespect it, but that my issue is coming into the big game, coming against you know Chelsea, Liverpool. Da, da, da. I'm never ever trying to have Matic chase down any forward on Liverpool's team or
No,
save
no,
team.
no, no, no,
No,
no, no.
impossible,
It's just
impossible
that's because he's respectively he's gone past it now. Like
for
he
sure.
has to.
And
He has to.
that's the only reason I hate. He's past it. but he still somehow plays. You know what? I would rather have James Garner just get XP. He's looking
Oh,
good, by the way.
he's looking good. Yeah.
Looking
You know
good.
what? I swear to God, when I used to watch him in the academy, I really underestimated. To me, he was like a Hannibal. No, not Hannibal. What's
Mm-hmm.
the other guy with the big hair that's just gone on loan? That guy I don't rate on the wing. Oh,
Chong,
yeah, Chong. I don't rate
bro,
Chong,
you
man.
were obsessed with Chong. He let you down, bro.
He let me
He
down,
let you
bro.
down big
He
time.
let me down. Chong, I was thinking, you know what? Yeah, he's nah, bro. I dare say he's Welbeck, but even at that, bro, I'm just
Nah,
thinking to
Welbeck was
myself,
better. Welbeck at
well,
least.
you know what I mean? That
Yeah,
guy had something,
yeah.
some flair behind him. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
Bro,
I'm looking
some
at
AIDS
Ghana.
flair.
I'm looking at Ghana like, yo, this guy's actually got. He's got.
No, no, Ghana's good, bro. Ghana's good.
Yeah, yeah,
Bro,
yeah,
if you
yeah,
go
yeah.
back into the badge, the original badge group chat we had, I said he's the second coming of Michael Carrick, bro. Look at him. He's looking great.
Yeah, yeah, he's looking great. I'm not gonna. I hope he stays in this trajectory because he scored today. I've watched him.
Yeah,
I watch him sometimes on Forest because I get notifications when Nottingham Forest are playing. So, when
that's
it's
good.
time, you know what I'm saying, he's actually all right. He's actually
Mm.
really good, and he holds down
Bro,
midfield.
I'm not gonna lie, I haven't seen a single Nottingham game, but I do watch just his highlights every now and then. From what I've seen, he's looking good, and I thought he's looking good. The general consensus around him is good as well. My thing is right, you know, in those small, very meaningless games that we sometimes bring in Matic as squad rotation. I respect Matic as a player, but get out my club. Let Garner come in,
That's how you feel for for Matic, isn't
bro.
it?
Agree. Just go get out my club. It's better for me. It's better for you. You'll be even more respected somewhere
Yeah,
else. Like
100%, hundred
because
percent.
the fans will actively want to see you in
Yeah,
Napoli or just any Serie A side, even that wants to contend. I think Matic will be great for them. If we can
yeah,
just get Garner in our our EFL games, just some random cup game, let him play, get the XP. Him, there's a whole list of youngsters we could do. And I don't know. I think in like 2 years, we'll be looking at the whole, the Dean Henderson and De Gea combo. Maybe we'll be having that between Declan Rice and Ghana.
no, but he's done his thing though. He's done his thing. And
Yeah,
if we get Rice, that'll be a good signing. And also for them to compete with each other, that is just brilliant.
yeah.
So I think the next topic I would have loved to have the Arsenal fans in this one because at the end of the
Mm.
day, we've been having this debate, and it's not like I feel sorry for them, but I can understand because our problems is not as deep. It's deep. Don't get me wrong, it is deep. But god damn, their problems are mad.
Bro, they're going
Their
through it,
problems
bro.
are mad. But let's go on the
He's not
light.
even
Let's
dead, bro. He's not dead, but I'm gonna say R.I.P. my slime chems, man. That guy's getting put through the ringer, bro, every day, every
All right,
day.
before we go too deep, let's start off with the surface. Let's start off with actually the surface of it, because at least we can actually have a debate now.
Get this off my
I
screen,
did,
bro. Get this off my
yeah?
screen. Get this off my screen. Get
Bro,
off, you fave. I
dude,
told you. I
you
told
see,
you
this is why I
before the
wanted to
year
have Arsenal
started,
fans in the
bro.
situation
I
because
listen. It would be a
no,
violation, no matter which one of them was here, because these man said I'm crazy. They said I don't know anything.
bro, I was
When I told them Arteta is tactically inept a year ago, who is right? This man has no idea what's going on.
no,
Last
no,
year,
no. They'll argue back. I'm not gonna lie. They'll argue
I'll be back.
being tactically inept.
Not
They'll
right now.
argue back. They'll
No,
argue
no, no,
back.
bro. Right
So let's.
now,
All right. Let me ask you, Samuel. Let me
yeah.
ask you a question. Yeah. All right. Cool. Let's just pretend that this was traded for one season. Yeah. So we rewind back time and we go back to the beginning of the season. Ole
Mhm.
and Arteta swap trade places. Is Ole in 10th place now, and is Arteta second now?
Okay, so my thoughts on Ole is that Ole is a good manager as long as he's managing Man United because he's got legend status. He knows what the club's about. I think he can excel and become better than he ever would have been only at United. If he's at Arsenal, I reckon they'd probably be like seventh.
Well,
You
better
know,
than Arteta.
they'd probably be seventh, man. Like they'll be in some sort of European contention. But they'd never be in. Nah, they wouldn't because their team is good, bro. On paper, according to Arsenal fans, they've got the top two in every single position. So,
According to Arsenal fans. In
but
reality,
yeah, if you think about, you got Alba, Pepe, Laka, and then you've got Partey in midfield. Even Ceballos he wasn't this negative at the start of the year. Um, Smith Rowe is good. You got Odegaard, Tyranny. They bought Gabriel, someone that we wanted, and fair enough. He's got enough to work with there to not be out of Europe. I reckon Ole would be seventh, maybe eighth if he really is that bad. I don't think he'd be 10th, wherever they are now. But Arteta managing us, uh, if he plays how he's playing now, I don't think it matters. I think we'd be 10th. We wouldn't be 10th just because
what?
we've got a lot more grit. We've got a lot more grit. But yeah, no, that was a bit of exaggeration. We wouldn't be 10th, but we wouldn't be second. Maybe we'd be like fifth going to fourth. Just because we the way he's playing is bad, bro. It just it doesn't matter what team he's on, which is what I think he's shown.
So all right, let me tell you where the shooting star here just like changed everything. And the reason why I would think to myself that if Arteta would have probably been third, yeah, this is why, yeah, because at the end of the day, it was Ollie's fault, not fault. It was Ollie's decision that we ended up being second because he chose to end up getting Bruno Fernandes, which is literally the one true thing that changed
Bro,
everything.
he wanted Haaland as well.
Exactly.
Imagine if we got Haaland and Bruno in the same
That's why I
in the
brought up
same
Haaland.
window.
That's why I brought up Haaland. That's why I said just now we were supposed to be having that debate because at the end of the day, I think Ollie's got a sweet spot for Haaland. And I just
Oh,
have this thing in
Dupe,
my
you put a picture in my head now of like Bruno and Haaland holding up their shirts at the same time.
bruv,
Bro, that could have gone
dude.
down as the greatest transfer window of all time, bro.
Bro, I keep thinking, I just in my mind, I keep thinking to myself, I got this. I keep saying in the group as well, like, I don't know, man. I think this Haaland thing is the thing that we're going to push for the most. And you know why I think it's even going to go that way? It's because the Glazers are on Ollie's side now, because obviously the Glazers trust
Yeah,
Ollie. They've said it in the statement. Yeah. They got the DOF, so they obviously the Fletchers and everyone has got the hearts for Haaland because Ole is probably talked about, not probably, but definitely. Yeah.
yeah.
And yeah, I just feel like that's a deal that is first on the table. That I don't know. To me, I don't feel it's relevant, but I just feel like it's going to happen. Like we no one's. It's going
Haaland.
to be great for shirt sales and everything if Haaland comes, especially if he's a number 9. And let me tell you what I'm thinking. This is going to be very. This is going to be conspiracy theory, yeah. Right? Cavani is gone, right? But they're hyping us about Cavani staying and it's his decision. Nah, Cavani is gone. Yeah, it's just a play on tactics so that we get blinded. You know what I'm saying? Like this is a
Mm.
tactic so that you're fooled to think that Cavani has an option to stay, and we're not thinking of a striker. And then Cavani, basically what's going to happen is Cavani, you chose to go out, right? We thinking about you chose to go out. So it's not a disrespect to us because we are the bigger ones, but it's your decision and everyone will respect you for it. But we want Haaland. That's just downright it. So no disrespect to you, and no, so bygones be bygones, but we want Haaland. So Haaland comes in. Martial's gone. Martial can play on the wings if he wants to, but
Mm.
Martial is not going to be a striker. That's just it. And then yeah, and then Greenwood is already progressing into this hybrid of a winger, what inside 9. I don't know what he is at this present moment, but he's just looking clinical, regardless of where you put him up front. He's just clinical. You know what I'm saying? So Haaland is the main thing,
Mm.
but yeah. So just let's go back to this Arteta and Ole thing. Ole is the one
By the
who
way, what you said, I wouldn't put it past them. These guys are villains, bro.
who
The Glazers.
yeah, but they're backing Ole. They put in a statement. They have to,
They don't have to do shit. Until I
bro.
see it, they've done nothing.
No, facts, facts. That I'm with you on that one. But
Yeah.
they've said it now, and you know it's fine because
Bro, I
it's,
think they're shameless. I think they're shameless.
you think they're fooling us,
Rupe, listen, you're a better man than I am. If that's the case, if you're choosing to believe this, then you're a better man than I am.
bro. If you're putting it on paper, because I always say, like, if you're saying, if you're
Oh yeah,
wanting
yeah,
to
yeah.
say with
This
your
is it.
chest,
This is it. Rupe, they didn't put any timelines on paper
I
until they
know.
say this summer. Until they start saying this summer, this day,
No, they
this.
said
Yeah,
this summer
locked in.
coming up. I can read your statement. They
No,
said
no,
this summer
they said
coming.
this summer coming up is an important one.
Yeah,
They didn't say that this is the summer they're gonna make change. I need
but
that explicitly.
why would you say this summer is important and not treat it importantly? What do you mean by importantly?
Because these guys are shameless, bro. Let's just move on. Let's move on. Let's just see what they do. For
Fair
now, they're
enough.
shameless.
Fair enough. But
Mm,
okay, Oli is the one who brought in Bruno. And then from there
yeah.
on, everything changed. The reason we're second and not fifth or sixth or seventh, God forbid, is because of Bruno Fernandez. And that's just a downright. Matter of fact, if Bruno wasn't here, I argue that we would have been struggling with Arsenal.
How's he
Like,
so good, bro? He's so
bruv,
good, Dupe.
he's the change in everything, bro.
You know what pisses me off, right? Um, Chelsea are in the Champions League final, and they're not better than us. That tells me that we could have gone on this sort of run to get into the Champions League final. If we had won the Champions League this year, Bruno's in the Ballon d'Or conversation, man. This guy's so good.
Yeah.
He's just too good, bro.
We wasn't ready. I think obviously that there's always a time and a place, but we wasn't ready, man. We was everything was just it was just
Oh, bro, we were ready, man. Losing to that Turkish team and then not getting 1 point out of PSG and Leipzig. Not PSG or Leipzig, just and 1 point. That's I don't know, bro.
we
That's
didn't
hard.
deserve it. I think we didn't deserve it, man.
We
We
didn't
would
deserve it for sure, but that's just it's shocking.
it's underlined because if we come against Conte Conte and the rest of them in the midfields right now against Fred and McTominay, or even if it's Matic, dude, come on, man, come on, bro. We actually need a Declan Rice or someone of the
Yeah,
sort. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? And that's the only way that I can see that, we'll be somewhere. But
yeah.
just to put the Ole and Arteta this conversation to bed, yeah, is Arteta a flop?
Well, for sure, bro. I've been looking at a lot of Arsenal fan TV. Just Arsenal content creators, just because it is what it is, isn't it? It's amusing. It's entertainment. Um, I think the general consensus, even amongst their own fans, is that this guy is a flop. A lot of people are going back to, oh, I never wanted him anyway. I didn't think he was all that anyway. Obviously, they're wafflers because because we know they're wafflers. But I think the fans are have given up on him, or majority of the fans. We had fans in our own chat that had given up on him months ago, rightfully so. Bro, I think Ole won the Lampard Lampard and the Arteta debate. Bro, he's second. He's second. They both
So
had a
okay,
window.
all
Yeah, they
right.
both had a
Let,
window to
let, let,
spend. They both had a year.
I'm still playing devil advocate, yeah. So let me go another window, yeah. Let's just pretend our Cronkies decided, you know what, 1.8 billion, that would do us fine. Here you go, and then Daniel takes over the club. Should like let's play no bans, yeah. Should Arteta stay on and be invested into?
How about this? I'm going to answer this. I'm going to make you answer this question. All right? Very
Mm-hmm.
easily. Pep gets fired or Pep leaves. Are Man City keeping Arteta to take over? Or are they
No,
going to
no,
go
no.
look for another manager?
No, 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 no. Of course, they're not taking Arteta, but
There's your answer, bro. There's your answer. Let
yeah, but
Arteta go somewhere else. Like Arteta might have all these crazy ideas. He might be creative. Da, da, da. Bro, Arsenal is such a toxic environment. You wouldn't even wish this upon your enemy. Like to go into the Arsenal fan base
facts,
and be their manager.
facts.
Arsenal need serious veteran leadership. I think Ancelotti would have been better for them. Allegri would be better for them. I don't really like Allegri too tough. I think he'd be better than Arteta just because of the fact that he's still a vet. These guys need veteran leadership. They can't have somebody that's testing stuff. I watched the first leg against, was it Villarreal, uh, in the Europa League. Bro, he played a false nine because and I don't know if this is why, but Pep played a false nine one game before that. I don't know if he's like trying to copy Pep or he likes his ideas, but you can't play a system that you've never ever played before in the first leg of a semi-final. You just don't do that. You don't do this kind of experimentation unless you don't know. Unless he's now learned a very valuable lesson. Okay. But if I was an Arsenal fan, I'd be like, why are you testing on us? Go somewhere else, learn whatever, and then come be our manager. You've got experience. But this man is straight up testing the waters against these with Arsenal Football Club. These guys, I know they're banter, but they're not a joke club. They shouldn't be a joke club. They are a joke club, but they shouldn't be.
So let's just put it to bed then, because I know that all Arsenal, there's a lot of Arsenal fans that we do have in the group, and we're just going to have this brief conversation. And this
I could
brief,
argue there's too many of them.
fair enough,
Too
but
many.
this little brief moment of silence to actually ask the question: is it at the moment? Is Arsenal dead, bro? Is it finished at the moment? Like, is it going nowhere if Cronky is still in charge?
Uh, you know what, right? I know, especially Phantom and all these other fans, they don't take it seriously when I say this, right? But there was decent amount of spending this year, maybe not in general, but this year there was. For like these guys, they shouldn't be this bad. I feel as though it's just such a toxic environment. I feel as though they've lost their will, they've lost their identity, they've pretty much lost their culture. It's gonna
Even I
take,
don't recognize them, bro.
bro. I don't rec It's so sad. I don't even want to banter them.
You know
Even
what I mean? I feel sad
yeah,
bantering them. I feel sad bantering Arsenal.
yeah.
I never thought I'll see this day, you know.
Bro, it's gonna take a Bruno Fernandez type of leader to come and lift they're gonna need two Brunos to come and lift them up.
Yeah, that's true.
Like these guys are in the gutter, bro. They are deep, deep in the gutter. At this point, if I was Arsenal, the only issue is Aubameyang's old, so it's kind of tough for them. If I was them, what I would have done this year is what Chelsea were forced to do last year. And maybe I say it's because I'm a United fan and we believe in the youth. This year, I would have had Smith Rowe, Saka, Saliba. They've got some good talent in their academy. Aziz is a great talent in their academy. I would get a lot of these academy kids, bring them in whilst Aubameyang is still here, Laka's still here, Pepe's fine. Bring them in with the core players that are actually very good, so they don't fall to 14th, 12th, or whatever just because they're kids. Obviously, you rotate them heavily, but for a majority of the season, you play your youth with the elite players you have, like Partey to give them a spine. You know what I mean? That way, similar to what Chelsea did last year, you're going to develop youth. Look at Mason Mount. You're going to use the youth because you have to use them, and you don't lose your identity. Right now, these guys, they're past that because even Alba is looking like he's past it. So, and I think he would have been very nice to have if you were going to do what I'm saying.
If you so every player that comes, because I as soon as I saw Partey come in, I was thinking to I never saw much of Partey, to be fair, until when he came in and the whole songs was welcome to the party and everyone's doing all that stuff, and I was thinking, you know what, let me actually look at this guy. So I started looking then. So he played Champions League, he was bossing games and everything. So I was thinking, yo, this guy's an actual general in the midfield. So he came, and I was like, oh shit! Now it's with Aubameyang, it's with like Zed. They're. I didn't say much about David Luiz, and also Arteta is here to prove a point. So I'm thinking, you know what? This is this, and everyone was excited because troops and DTs. I don't know about DTs, but everyone was excited. Ty is always excited, and I'm
Yeah,
thinking to myself, you know what? at this present moment, I'll be weary about Arsenal. And they started off by, but it just literally went, that's it. And then from there on, it's never recovered. And it's gone back to even worse
Yeah.
toxicity because I've been watching everything. Nothing goes, majority of stuff doesn't go past me. People who are being, and Arsenal fans really gave up, like fully have given up now. Like they don't want to
Oh,
watch
bro,
it.
it was I know. There's I'm not gonna name them. I'm not gonna name them, but sometimes I'm just like I'm playing PlayStation or just doing something, and I'm in like a party chat with a bunch of Arsenal fans, and I'm like, I'm like, yo, you man are playing, and they're like, yeah, it is what it is, man. It is what... Look at this. Are you seeing the comments? These guys are getting happy because Thiago has scored a 90th minute goal in a game they were winning. They're winning.
Wait,
What is
it's
what?
always a game. It's a game finished.
Bro, they would have won 1-0 whether this guy scored or not. Man said Thiago, best centre mid in the world. Man said Jones
Thiago.
Curtis. Why are they laughing at this? This is just so bad.
Oh Lord.
I hate them. You have to hate them. If there's one fan base I'll never feel bad for, it's these guys. Look at them. They're out of the gutter. Why are they flooding the comment
They
section?
come flocking in as soon as Thiago comes. Look,
Look at
everyone's
this.
flocking in
Neuer.
just to gloat about Thiago. Look at this. Bro, let them have it. But Thiago just performs once in a shining star. You know what I mean? Like
Bro, he doesn't. There's no shining star that he performs. He performs once in the gutter. That's it.
that's it. Like he probably
Bro,
tripped.
I
He
hate this
probably
country.
tripped and he was in the
I'll see
right
you next
place at
time.
the
Come on,
right time
come
and he
on, take your
scored.
hat off. Bro, forget him,
Thiago got a
bro.
better
Forget
skin
him.
fade than wow. Wow.
Look at these guys. They're upset about me because I don't like Thiago. This guy got a 90th minute goal in a game they're winning. These men are the clowns, not me. They're so
I didn't
stupid.
say I've just seen it now as well. Thiago literally scored a 90-minute goal and it was
It's
1-0.
90th minute goal. They really agreed. They're acting as if here we go. Thiago scored. You, Tej, I said it. Maybe you weren't here,
Now there's
right?
an
You
agenda
were
here.
gonna win the game anyway, big man. You were gonna win anyway. It's done
There's an
nothing.
agenda going on. There's a agenda going on
Are
still.
these guys in Europe right now?
Who?
Where are they in the league? Are they seventh or something? Why are they chatting to
I
me?
don't know.
I'm worried about Chelsea. You know
Last
what?
time I
Do you know what's really
checked
sad?
was,
That they're
let me
still
check.
happy. Bro, yeah, once you check that, right? Liverpool fans are happy at a time where the team that is fourth and they need to lose beat the best team in the league.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bro, you guys should be sad that you that you even won under this condition. Here we go. There you go. Ignore him. Abdul's a clown. He's just such a clown. Better than Luka
Thiago
Doncic.
goal of the season. Get out of here, man.
If I
Hey.
go and look at this goal and it's dead,
Yo, this no, I want to see this goal now. Is there a way
man
to
said
see it?
Luka Doncic. Come on.
Let me
Come
let
on,
me
Doncic is better than Thiago and he's better than Westbrook. How about that?
let
These guys have all come on here
me
to
try
just
and
bat.
find this. Let me try and find this. Can I find it? Can I find it?
No, I'm
No,
gonna get it now
obviously since I'm
on Apple's favorite website. You get all the goals there.
it's obviously just part. It's just, but yeah. Here's another thing. Thiago's. That's just
It's
wow.
garbage, bro. He's looking like a flop of the season. Oh, did you
He's
guys?
easily looking like a flop of the
There's
season. To be fair,
bro.
he's
I've
just
got a
here and
tweet
there.
right now. Yeah, I've got a tweet that said something like, "Ha ha ha! You guys are in the bin. You got Cavani. We got Thiago." How's that going? How's that going?
Right.
How's that
So just to finish off in closings, this season overall, I would say it's been a good season.
yeah.
It's. I wouldn't say it's been bad. It's been a good season. But now we've got one eye on the last thing that we have to do, and it's the main thing. Are we truly and utterly the favorites? Because if we just get over the
Why are you
line on this
trapping me?
one, it
Why are
breaks
you
so many
trapping me like this,
barriers.
quickly?
Huh? It breaks
First,
so many barriers, man. It
just
breaks.
before I answer that, in our chat, BP, there's the goal to the Thiago. There's a link to the Thiago goal. I have to see it. I have to see why these
I can.
clowns are acting
I'll
like.
try and find it. I'll try and find the
No, I
goal.
sent
Let me
it.
try.
Look at the chat. Look at the chat. The
You sent
private
it.
chat. In
You
the
sent it.
StreamYard private chat. Yeah.
Okay, I'll get it. I'll get it.
I just have to see what caused this commotion.
Wait, is it the actual goal or is it the
Yeah,
actual
yeah,
match?
that's the goal. That's the goal. That's the goal.
Dude, it's where
Oh,
is it?
fuck off, man. It's just a normal finesse shot that just bounced in.
It's not coming up here.
Can you see the link?
No, I can see the link. I've clicked on it, but I can't see the actual player. Like it's not playing.
Don't worry, bro. It's not that deep. I just saw it. It's not that deep. These guys are just clowns.
It's not that deep, no.
It's not that deep. It's not that deep.
Is it
Bro,
just a
if that's the
tap,
goal that these
bro?
guys are getting hyped for, huh?
Is it just a tap?
Bro, it's just a normal shot. He took a normal shot that just bounced. The keeper should have saved it. Simple
Keeper should have
that.
saved
Simple that.
it.
Bro, the fact that they have to gather to force Thiago up. This is what I'm going to say is, Thiago, he doesn't even get into the United team. He just,
Wow.
bro, he's
Thiago
just
is just another player, bro.
he's an older version of Fred, bro. Let's move on.
He's all the version of McTominay, man.
Greatness, why not?
I'm upset. Respect greatness.
I'm
Why
not
not?
upset. I'm chilling second. I'm chilling as Europa League favorites. I'm chilling, bro.
But
But
what's second though?
that's
Upset
uh,
about what?
I
Why?
agree.
Why are we
But these
upset?
guys are not going to be in the Champions League next year. That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean? Like, why are we upset?
I don't know. Maybe they can answer that question. That's the same guy that's scared of my puppy. Says a lot. Says a lot about greatness.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool. So
Bupe,
let's just
we are the favorites. We are the favorites, bro. We're not going to lose to Emery. Come on.
ah. You know what? Yeah. Let's
You,
put
you'd
it this.
hope not. You'd hope not. Innit? We should win this game.
But I always say one game at a time. The one person I've always I always talk to is Trey.
I
And
knew it.
me and him are always bouncing back and forth. Like, okay, fine, we're supposed to win trophies and we've got the animal instincts and all this stuff. But at the end of the day, it's one game at a time, man. Literally, it's one game at a time.
It's one game
Yeah.
at a time up until you get to this point.
Yeah, up until this game, it get to
Now,
this
now,
point.
now that we're here, it's fine. It's fine.
No, now that we're here, yeah, are we just the step forward from the mentality of losing semi-final? Because we have to play our asses off because Villa are gonna come in. Like Villa are going to do what Sevilla did to us in semis. Man, and that's gonna piss me off if we
Mm.
don't turn up. If we don't turn up, bro,
I think
and
even that Sevilla game, we were just missing our chances. Listen, bro. I think obviously we need to be wary of these guys. I mean, even I'm saying we're the favorites because we should win this, but they're bro. We should win this. Nah, I don't want to hear it. We should win this game. If we lose this game, it's going to be very shocking. Yeah, it's fine. Take it one game at a time. But this is the last game. You go in here with the intentions to kill. You kill off the team. But after you've done it, you thank them for for ending Arsenal forever. That's it. Goodbye. Be on your way. I hope to never see you again.
okay, but could we lose is a question.
Oh, for sure,
Oh,
for
how would you
sure.
play then? Like, what would your team be?
Mm. Okay, so I want to put it out there that because this is at this point in the season, it's hard to pick the exact team that I want because as we saw last game against Roma, when you play all these players that fans want to play who haven't been playing regularly, they're gonna look rusty. They're gonna look very rusty, especially when you throw them into a second leg of a semi-final. But obviously, you can do that because you're was it like 4 ahead. So yeah, following how the season's going, I'm starting to hear. Uh, Forget all the Henderson noise. It's fine. I love Henderson, and I think I'd rather have Henderson over De Gea. But as of right now, for this game, I'm going to have De Gea. He's probably been the best player since Alex Ferguson's left. It's the final. I do want Henderson to play in a final, but just because of no, you have to play De Gea. It's going to be De Gea. Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof, Maguire. Sure, the defense has to stay the same with De Gea. You can't change it. Um,
Fair enough. I can hear that.
Yeah, you just at this point in the season, you'd be stupid to change it. Um, the midfield's a really tricky one. I think it depends what kind of game you're going to go for. I'm thinking that it's because this isn't what I want to do, but at this point, it's been somewhat working. I think one more game of McFred with Bruno, Pogba on the left, Cavani up front, or Martial, whoever, and then Rashford on the right, or Greenwood. Just see who's healthy. Um, yeah, you'd have to do it. You just have to do it.
He's definitely going to put in McFred. Fred is
I mean,
definitely playing.
actually, personally, that's me going off his formation and his lineup. If I went on his players, I'd use the exact same thing, but I'd have two strikers. I'd do the 4-1-2-1-2, and I'd have uh, McTominay at CDM, and I'd put Fred as a centre mid on the right, just so he can go around just winning tackles like a madman. Because there's one thing this guy can do right and consistent, is just win tackles. He'll die to go win tackles, even if his passing's not that great or his first touch isn't that great. He'll kill himself to go get the ball back. So I'd play McTominay as just a holding CDM, do nothing but cover Maguire and Lindelof. Then Fred right side centre mid to just go around winning the balls back. Just kind of like having McFred anyway. Pogba left centre mid, Bruno Cam, but free run positions for both of them. Do whatever you guys want. So nothing really changes there as well. But then the two strikers, I like the two strikers. Just put Cavani up front with Rashford, and then just take Rashford off if he gets injured, or Cavani bring on Greenwood, something like that.
But that's the thing I hate. I mean, like, I don't mind the formation. It's just that it's got no width. Because at the end of the day, you actually get rid of Rashford. And
Yeah,
listen,
but we beat Leipzig 5-0, and most of our big games at the start of the year were because of that formation. My issue with Ole is that we won all our big games using this formation and this exact lineup that I just said. But then against Arteta in the first game against Arsenal, he did this exact same thing, but he switched McTominay and Fred. He put Fred as the sole CDM and McTominay as the centre mid. And all of a sudden, they both had one of the worst games of the season because they're both just looking so bad, so confused. That's why I said that Arteta got exposed that game, not Ole, because Ole made a mistake, but Arteta with a full game plan and Ole in a game where he's clearly choked, it was 1-0, and that 1-0 was a penalty. That's when I really realized that Arteta's in the bin and he's not going to have a good season. Yeah, bro, I know you say there's no whip, but this is what worked for us. This is what produced a 5-0 massacre.
yeah, but so you're leaving Rashford out of this, or are you saying Cavani and Rashford up front?
Cavani and Rashford up front, but I think Rashford would get hurt, or if Rashford plays bad, just bring on Greenwood. At this moment in time, I kind of prefer Greenwood coming off the bench. He just comes off with so much positive energy.
That's
I
true.
kind of like it right now.
He's doing an Ollie. And
Yeah.
finally, what's your predictions?
For the game,
Yeah,
2-0, 3-0 to United.
three. So this is okay.
Bro,
3-0.
they're not even doing that good in La Liga, bro. Actually, let me double check with it now, just before I say that,
So it's just
because last
Arsenal
time I
is
checked,
just doing bad.
yeah, bro, Arsenal are bro, Arsenal are 10th in the Premier League. Yeah, these guys are sixth. They're sixth, and they're only one point ahead of seventh. Bro, as the team that's second in the Premier League, we should beat these guys 2-0, 3-0.
That's fair enough. Well, guys, thank you for another episode. Zamwan, did you want to say something else before we actually leave? We're
Nah, that's
literally
fine.
about to hit them.
Yeah, I mean, the Bupe and Zamo show. Thanks for coming.
It should actually be more consistent, to be fair, because
Yeah.
majority of the time we're free about this time. So yeah, just look out for that. Make sure you pop a like on the video. It's always been good. We also try and get the Arsenal people to have that conversation in there. that chat. So watch out for that. And the Chelsea fans, look out for the previews for the Man City and Chelsea. I think I may do a watch along for that one. I don't know, but definitely I'm going to do the watch along for the Man United versus Villa. And I'll probably have Zamwa or someone in the chat with
Yeah.
me. So you guys look out for that. Yeah, please pop a like, share the video, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Zamwa, always a pleasure, bro.
It was a pleasure, bro. See
And
you
see
next
you
time.
guys soon.